Hey guys, it's Squishy Boba Forever, and today I'm going to show you how to make these Studio Ghibli squishies. For this tutorial, I decided to use earplugs because I had a lot left over from my Among Us squishy tutorial. You might be able to find these at the dollar store, and they're also super squishy. First, I'm making no face with the mouth open, so I'm going to cut my earplug in half. On both the top and bottom, you want to cut diagonally. The amount that you cut off will determine how wide the mouth is open. Then I'm going to glue these two pieces together using black puffy paint. So it should look something like this now. Then I painted the entire earplug black. I did 3 very thin coats of this black paint. Then you want to use whatever scrap piece you have to cut the teeth. And I just cut at it randomly, but you can create perfect squares if you want to. I painted the inside of the mouth black, and while the paint was still wet, I glued down the teeth. After this was completely dried, I went ahead and painted the teeth white. You can use a toothpick to help you paint the teeth more accurately. At this moment, I realized that the mouth should actually be red, so I went ahead and fixed that. Now I'm going to paint the face white. And finally, I'm going to use the power of editing to give no face a face. And here's the finished squishy. I think this one looks super cool with the mouth open, and it was also really easy to make. Next, I'm going to be making no face again, but with the mouth closed. This one is the easiest of all of them. All you have to do is paint the earplug and paint on the face. And that was quick. Here's the finished product. These earplugs are super slow rising and they take forever to rise, but I do promise that they do come all the way back up. Last but not least, I'm making the ducks in a bathhouse. This one is by far the hardest one to make, but it's still pretty simple to make if you break down the shapes. For the bath, I started off by cutting a cylinder. Then I rounded off the top of the cylinder. Then I'm going to be cutting off the tops of 3 earplugs. I'm gluing these down with puffy paint. This is the particular brand of puffy paint that I use. I don't recommend using hot glue or school glue because those will end up drying hard. As a base coat, I'm going to be painting the entire squishy white. A little tip for this is to mix puffy paint with a little bit of acrylic paint. Puffy paint by itself is really transparent, so you'll need a lot of layers, but the acrylic paint helps so that you don't have to put as many layers. Then I painted the ducks yellow, and with my scrap earplugs from earlier, I cut out the beaks and glued it on. I didn't show it on camera, but I basically cut out C shapes. Now I'm adding in the eyes. Also, I'm adding in a few details. If you have even more scrap foam available, you can create a towel. I cut out a square for the towel, but you can be more detailed with this if you want. The final step is to create the bath water, and for this I'm using Fabric Fusion. Fabric Fusion dries clear and flexible, so I thought this would be perfect for water. I mixed a little bit of green paint with it as well. Here is the finished duck in a bathhouse squishy. I think this one turned out super cute, but I'm a little disappointed with the water because it kind of looks like slime. I should have used a different shade of green, but nevertheless, this still turned out really nice. And of course, this one is also super slow rising. It's a little too slow for me, but there's nothing I can do about it because that's just how the earplug is. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I also hope you try this out for yourself. If you do make this, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to see your guys' creations. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!